Hi everyone! So I'm going to share with you guys another one of my raw vegan dressing sauces. It's this blah, blah, blah. It's a spaghetti sauce. It's my version, my personal version of raw vegan spaghetti sauce or spaghetti, because it seems like everybody kind of has their own version of certain dressings and sauces we used to have and everything. But there you can most certainly make a raw version, of course. It tastes better raw, most certainly. But this is my personal version of a spaghetti sauce. Okay everybody, so these are my ingredients I'm putting in there. I highly recommend you use heirloom tomatoes because heirloom tomatoes give off a really strong true tomato flavor. So I don't know, I just love heirlooms. I know they're much more expensive, but I highly recommend you stick with heirloom tomatoes if you can, but most certainly use whatever type of tomato that you like, but I use an heirloom tomato, so I'm going to put about half of a large red heirloom tomato in there. So it's about 1 cup of tomatoes, or 1 cup of tomatoes, and about 1/4 slice or 1/5 slice of a red bell pepper, and then it's about 1 small carrot or half of a medium carrot, half of a large celery rib, 2 large lemon wedges, some garlic. I love chili pepper, people. I love chili pepper, so I always add chili pepper to my dressings and sauces because I love the flavor of fresh chili pepper and that spice it gives off. And so, but you most certainly don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. And then leek onion. And leek onions, it's about a 1/2 inch slice of leek onion. Leek onions are fabulous type of onion. You must try it if you haven't already. It's a huge onion. It looks like a fan, and it's a cross between chives and garlic. It is an amazing onion. I've been eating it for several years, and it's one of my favorite onions right there. So I highly recommend you use those. And 2 large medjool dates, and of course you want of course use fresh herbs, but I got to use up my dried herbs here. But these were grown from the garden in last summer, and so we got basil, and we got thyme, and then we got oregano, and you just add enough herbs to taste. And I just start with like a pinch. I just start with a pinch, and then I go from there. Okay, guys? Okay, you guys, we got to open it up, and holy cow, that smells just like spaghetti sauce. Awesome. Okay, you guys, there you have it, the spaghetti sauce. Now, a lot of you guys know, I'm most certainly not the chef at all. I'm just sharing with you guys the raw recipes I've come up with over the years. Just sharing with you guys because I want to share, because like I mentioned before, it would be a darn shame not to share it with you guys, right? Not to share with the world, you know? And but again, I am not the chef at all whatsoever. I try my best here. So for measurements, you guys, I never really use measurements really. Each time I make it, it's always usually a little bit different, as with all my recipes, and you kind of just guesstimate, guess and guesstimate, right? That's a word. Now with this, you guys, I don't have any zucchinis to spiralize at the moment, so I'm using up some cabbage, different types of cabbage and carrot, so it's like a coleslaw type mix. But I've got cauliflower and then green curly kale I'm gonna eat with this, and it's super tasty this way also. But if you want actual spaghetti noodles, raw version of noodles, of course all you guys know about zoodles. I love zucchini noodles, I really do. And zucchini noodles are my favorite, people. They are my favorite. And so you just take a couple of zucchinis and spiralize those, and you'd have raw vegan spaghetti. And then of course if you're a fan of cucumbers, you can most certainly spiralize cucumbers if you want, but I know I prefer the zoodles, the zucchini. But there's so many different ways you can have your dressing or your sauce, so many different ways. And but this is how I'm gonna have my spaghetti sauce this round. So now I'm just gonna chop up some red or purple onion for on top. And because this onion I know goes really well with a spaghetti sauce flavor with those basil, thyme, and oregano herbs. But I'm also going to chop up some cauliflower and my green curly kale put in there like I mentioned before. But I just want to talk to you guys about something real quick, because some of you are probably going to say, Miss Stace, how come you're not using sun-dried tomatoes? Well, I don't use sun-dried tomatoes because, number one, I never really thought about it, and one day I'll probably try it with sun-dried tomatoes. But sun-dried tomatoes are expensive. They're very expensive, and sometimes it's very hard to find sun-dried tomatoes that don't have added oil to them or added chemicals to them or anything, you know. And I know you can find real sun-dried tomatoes in the store and everything, but I choose to save a little bit of money here, and this works fabulous just using, oh, gee, excuse me, guys, excuse me, using just red bell pepper and carrots, and I love that combination. And again, I try to keep it as raw as possible, try not to eat too much dehydrated produce, you know. But I mean, you can most certainly have sun-dried tomatoes if you so desire there, guys. That's just me, that's just Miss Stace here, guys. And the main reason is just because they're expensive. They're just expensive, you guys, and I can get a lot more use, a lot more dressings out of a large red bell pepper and carrots versus always buying sun-dried tomatoes. So that's the reason why there, guys. Okay, you guys, so here's my final product, my final dinner here. This was a spaghetti sauce, my version of my spaghetti sauce, raw vegan spaghetti sauce. It's super tasty. And those herbs, I haven't had thyme and oregano in a long time, so the spaghetti sauce is hitting the spot pretty darn good. And most certainly, you guys, I would have made spiralized zucchini for you, but I'm just not prepared. That's how it is for Miss Stace, guys. I'm not a chef. That's just the way it goes with Miss Stace here, guys. Okay, you guys, so remember to love being raw. Put a big old smile on your face today. I hope I did that for you guys. And there's tons of different other raw, make it raw recipes that I have done for you guys, and I will be sharing with you guys later in the future. I have a whole playlist for that. It's my Make It Raw Recipes playlist, so you can check that out if you want, you guys, okay? So I'll let you guys go, and I will see you guys next video, okay? Bye, guys.